Okay, picture this. You're in Grand Theft Auto Online, but instead of the usual chaos, you're in a full-blown demolition derby with twisted metal and engine smoke everywhere. Well, a group of fans didn't just dream this up, they actually built it. So let's get into how they pulled off this incredible fan-made racing series. Here's the plan. First, we'll see how GTA and Demolition Derby even mix. We'll meet the crew behind it all, then figure out the weird strategy of cautious carnage. After that, we'll take a tour of the races themselves. And finally, we'll look at what's next, because believe me, it gets even bigger. Right, so let's be clear. This isn't some official DLC from Rockstar. Nope. This is what happens when passionate fans take two totally different racing styles and smash them together into one absolutely glorious, explosive mess. They call it FlatOut 5. And it's not just a clever name. It's a real tribute to the old-school FlatOut games, which were, famous for their insane physics and destruction. And the craziest part? They've managed to perfectly capture that spirit using only the tools already inside GTA Online. And this quote from the creators, man, it just says it all, right? It gets absolutely nuts fast. This isn't about just flooring it and hoping for the best. It's about surviving. You have to somehow weave through the mayhem to have any shot at winning. It's that classic flat-out vibe, but with a whole new level of GTA-style madness. So, you gotta be asking, who are the people responsible for all this beautiful destruction? Well, this isn't just some random playlist. It's a full-on project from a super dedicated crew. And you know what the best part is? You don't need any special downloads, no mods, nothing. You can jump into this right from the regular GTA Online. It just goes to show you what players can create inside the games they already play and love. The group behind it is the FlatOut Racing Stars, or FOS for short. The whole thing was dreamt up by a user named Leander, who didn't just make the races. No, they went all out, creating custom crew garages and even special vehicles to really bring this whole vision to life. Okay, now we get to my favorite part, the strategy. Because winning in FlatOut 5 is, well, it's a paradox. It's this balancing act that makes every single race so intense. See, this is the conflict you're fighting the entire time. On one hand, you gotta drive fast to win, obviously. But on the other, every other car on the track is trying to wreck you. If you're too aggressive, you become a target. But if you're too careful, you'll get left behind. Winning means finding that sweet spot right on the razor's edge between speed and survival. And hey, the creators don't pull any punches about it. This is a direct quote from their rules. If you just drive around like a maniac, you're gonna lose. It's that simple. You have to be smart, you have to be tactical. Mindless aggression just doesn't work here. And what's so cool about these rules is how you're playing offense and defense at the same time. You've got to watch your back, dodge opponents, basically be hyper-aware. But you're also supposed to be wrecking other people's cars. So it's not just about avoiding the chaos, it's about using it as a weapon against everyone else while keeping yourself safe. So if you're thinking, okay, I'm in, where do I start? Let's break it down. The series is actually structured to ease you into the madness before throwing you into the deep end. First up, you've got Mayhem Racing. Think of it like a training mode or boot camp. It's designed to be the fastest, most chaotic vehicle destruction race they have. It's a trial by fire, meant to get you used to the feeling of pure pandemonium right from the get-go. After you've survived that, you move on to the main event, the Carnage Runs. It's a series of 3 races, and each one gets harder. Carnage Run 1 starts you off with low traffic, still chaotic but manageable. Run 2 bumps it up to medium, and then Run 3. That's high traffic, and it is just an absolute free-for-all. So that brings up a pretty good question. Do you actually have to play them in order? Well, here's the deal. To race on that final track, you should have finished the other 2. But they do have a little footnote. If you're a pro and you at least know what you're doing, they'll let you jump right in. But, you've been warned. It is the final boss for a reason. And if you think all of that sounds incredible, just wait. The Forest crew is just getting started. Their plans for what's coming next are, frankly, wild. Right now, every race is capped at 12 drivers. 12 people all trying to smash each other to pieces on one track. Pretty chaotic, right? Well, they're planning an event that will double that. 24 players, all at once. Just try to imagine that level of carnage. But it's not just the player count that's getting bigger. Think about race length. Right now, every race is 5 laps. It's a perfect, destructive sprint. Intense, for sure, but over relatively quickly. That new 24-player event, it's going to be 15 laps long. It completely changes the game from a quick sprint to an absolute marathon of survival. We're talking 3 times the length, 3 times the punishment. And here it is, the grand finale. This massive race isn't going to be on some small, closed-off track. The plan is for it to stretch across the entire GTA 5 online map, a true coast-to-coast demolition derby. I mean, wow. You know, this started as just a simple tribute to an old game, and now it's a full-blown racing league that's pushing the very limits of what's possible in GTA. It really makes you wonder, with game worlds getting this big and complex, could this be it? Is the future of gaming actually in the hands of the fans themselves?